Good evening. It being 6 p.m., I'll call this October 12th meeting of the Board of Selectmen to order. Would you please rise and join me in saluting the flag? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So, I'll entertain a motion to approve the following minutes. 8/11, the minutes of the East Brookfield, North Brookfield Beach and Board of Selectmen. July 6th executive session, July 14th, and July 14th executive session, and July 20th.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of warrants. I'll entertain a motion to approve payroll warrant number 8 for $340,119.83, and general warrant number 1016 for $71,496.64.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made, seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
I don't see any financial items. We don't have any old business to discuss. So, on to signing a Xerox contract.
I have it here. You approved it last week.
Yeah, we voted on that last week, right?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I just didn't have the actual contract.
Okay. So I'll just need to sign it.
And that one's saving us some money.
Yes.
So, and what was the last meeting's date? Do you know? If that's
It was 9/28.
I'm gonna date it 9/28, because that's when we approved it.
Okay.
Let's see. All right. Police Department appointments. Chief?
Good evening. There's two appointments ahead of you today, before you today. What would you like to start with?
It's your ball, man.
Yeah.
Why don't I start with Mr. Nicholas Newman. Today I'm presenting Mr. Newman to you to be considered for part-time police officer in the town. He went to the police academy. He lives in town, as I said. He's been on working for the Borough Police Department for about the past year now. And we're looking to, this is what I hoped a while back, and we're finally in a place where I'd like to offer him a position on our department.
And this is the
Part-time.
part-time. Any questions?
No, I think the resume looks pretty good. So, and when and where, so it's not that far away.
Yeah.
So probably pretty good experience in where.
Yeah.
Are you staying in where too?
Am I staying anywhere?
As-
For the time being, sir.
Yeah.
So, hopefully I can work something out here where I can become full-time.
So you'll be
That's my
doing
end goal here, is to
both.
be full-time.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, are you full-time on
No,
where?
I'm part-time.
You're part-time there too?
Mhm.
Okay. Perfect.
But you live here?
I live in town. I lived here for 7 years now.
Yeah, oh, cool. Surprised, well, I'm glad we didn't meet Pats anywhere, but surprised we didn't. So,
Yeah. All right.
no, looks good to me, and I'm sure if Chief Smith approves.
Yeah, we have 100% confidence in the chief's ability to pick good candidates, so I don't think we've ever questioned his
Nor
choices.
have we had reason to.
Yep.
Yep, so I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard.
Thanks.
I'd like to introduce to you Mr. John Francis. Mr. Francis has graduated full-time police academy for the past 2 years. He's worked at Pittsburgh State College. He was in the hiring process originally when we hired Mark Sawyer. That was one of those another moments when I wish we could have hired two, but we couldn't at that time, but now we're at that place where we're ready to hire. Highly recommended. Went through the background check. Lieutenant Daly had put him through an extensive background check, all came back as expected. His current boss, Chief Cloutier, highly recommends him, in a manner not to get rid of him, as he said. He knows the work that he has done at Pittsburgh State. He works with a lot of different groups. He's the liaison between the police department and all the troops on the campus, as far as I understand, and has been doing an excellent job for them. So I feel that Mr. Francis will definitely be an asset to our police department, and look forward to hopefully your approval.
Yeah, I've known Chief Cloutier for a long time, so if he recommends you, I would
I,
put a lot of stock in that, so that's a good thing.
Are we losing somebody full-time?
well, we will be losing somebody soon. You have that in your packet too, in a year. We have, Sergeant Tony, this should be in your pack, or
Yeah.
your, will release.
Yeah, we have that on the agenda.
Yeah. Okay, so he's in our budget?
Yes.
We're both in it.
Budget. We got it.
Yeah, okay.
Good. Anything?
I move to appoint.
Second?
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
All right.
Good, welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard.
Beautiful. All right, moving on. Yeah, were you planning on staying for those other two items?
That is up to you. If not, I'm gonna bring you over to see Tara.
Yeah,
Get him sworn in.
you could do that, because we can read your report, and the letter speaks for itself, so.
Also, I got some information that Ashley had asked for, I can definitely.
Okay, all right, we get it then. Next on the agenda, Conservation Commission appointment. Sam was here at our last meeting with some paperwork looking to be appointed. How do you pronounce the last name? Biagetti. Sam Biagetti, looking to be appointed to Conservation Commission, put in his paperwork, it's all signed. They need help, so.
They do. I have no issues. Nope. No, he's been around.
Anything, John?
No, and we have someone from Conservation.
Yeah, he's attended several meetings, and we're all very pleased that he's decided to, apply to join the Conservation Commission. I know he'd be a great asset to any commission, any group in town, so we're very happy to have him.
All right. So with the recommendations, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second?
Motion made, seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And you just need to get sworn in by
And-
Tara also.
And she's
She's
in the
in.
office now, right?
Yeah, she's in the office till 8, I think.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, next is capital improvement.
That one's gonna need to be signed. The other one, sorry.
All right, you're gonna have to help me with this one too. Mikhail
That's me.
Sukarev?
Yeah.
You need my signature on this, is that the?
Yeah, that's for this capital improvement.
Looking for appointment to the Capital Improvement Planning Committee as an at-large member. We certainly need the help there too, so.
Do we have a capital improvement planning committee?
Yeah, we met week before last, or last week. And he was there, participated, so,
Oh, sweet,
yep.
good. Any questions at all, or?
Who's on that board?
Who?
Who's on there?
Jason's the
Jason's on
BOS rep, right?
Yep,
Okay.
Is Michelle the Finance Committee rep?
yep. And Tara's an at-large member. Actually, Michelle's the planning board person.
Oh, planning, yeah.
Bob Locatelli's finance,
Oh, okay.
so.
Okay.
Yep. So trying to get that going, and we need to know our capital needs. Now we have a little bit of money flowing in there, so.
I'm gonna let John make that motion, because I'm on the committee.
Okay, I make a motion to approve Michael Sakarev.
He just butchered that, didn't he?
Yeah. Spent the rest of it, I'll go by Mike, so.
Mike?
We know what
Mike
he's talking
Smith.
about.
Right.
How do you do it again, Mike?
The Russian way?
Yeah,
Mikhail,
Mikhail.
which you heard Misha, which is like Mike and Michael.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Or like Miguel, but I guess they don't have Miguel short name in Spanish.
And you're a citizen.
Oh, since 8 years old.
There you go.
Yeah.
We're good with that.
1979.
Cool.
Oh, nice. All right, so I'll second.
Okay.
Motion made and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Perfect. Thank you.
Back when I got sworn in, so you went to high school here, or, no test?
Inventories, what do we got, inventories, what's
You
that?
wanted to talk about inventories, right?
Yeah, just briefly, one of the things that we have to do before budget season is the departments have to submit inventories to the accountant.
Yep, once a year.
And I think that there's a lot of departments that have not been regular about that, so you might wanna send them a reminder.
Yeah, we could do that. We'll just send them a reminder. I know the library just did theirs because they were looking to get rid of a few things. So I had her do an inventory, her yearly inventory. So we have the libraries. I
Yeah.
think that's about the only one we
And the
have.
Board of Selectmen too. I did that back in the beginning of August, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So,
Yeah, so send out a reminder for all the departments to update their inventories and we'll see who's got what. Yeah, we should have an inventory for each department in a file somewhere.
I have them, but they're outdated.
How outdated?
I'd have to look, I don't remember, 2017 maybe is the last one I had.
So I think we should send them the last inventory that we have from each department, ask them to confirm the equipment, and if they don't have it, where is it and how is it disposed of?
Okay.
And then add whatever equipment they currently have.
cause we're gonna need that information for planning too,
Yeah,
so.
yeah, because I think departments are just getting rid of equipment without authorization to get rid of it, which creates certain problems, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did Playground ever give you anything? Did Sal, cause I asked Sal to make an inventory when they started over again.
No,
Nothing?
nothing.
Okay, cause the shed was wiped out when they started.
Yeah.
Yeah, I told you that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
All right. Set the STM and sign a warrant for the amendment on Huck's article.
You got that letter, right?
Yeah, that there were errors in the wording.
No, the error was that, we should have had the ballot vote within 90 days of the special town meeting,
Oh, right.
but we didn't. We had
Yeah.
it 123 days later, so we have to amend that article, just with different language. We don't have to have another ballot vote, but what I did was I set the special town meeting for 2 weeks from today at the next Board of Selectmen meeting.
Okay,
And then you guys can sign the warrant, we can post it today, and then it's just a simple, it's just changing the language so that we can move
Yeah.
forward. It's not actually changing anything.
yeah, and it came from, who are they now?
There are bond counsel.
Bond counsel?
Yeah,
That noticed the discrepancy in order to validate the vote. We need to just vote it again with alternate wording
Yeah.
that allows us to
and
sign
I
it.
double checked everything with town council and they agreed with it all, so.
Okay. So the article reads, "To see if the town will vote to amend its action taken under Article 32 of the warrant at the special town meeting held on May 7th, 2021, which action approved the borrowing of $1,510,000 to acquire, by purchase or eminent domain, the fee and/or other property interests in a certain parcel of property containing 3.71 acres, more or less, located at 63 and 65 Donovan Road, further identified as parcels 385663 and 385665, Assessors Map 38, for general municipal purposes, so as to delete the provision therein requiring approval of a debt exclusion ballot question before any funds can be borrowed or expended thereunder, or to take any other action relative to the two." So that's the single warrant article that will be on the town meeting floor 2 weeks from
October
tonight.
26th, yep.
Yep. All right, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Any discussion on that at all? We good with it?
I'm good.
Nope.
All in favor?
Sounds good.
Aye.
The last day to register to vote for that is on 10/16.
Yes.
So that's Saturday, right? This Saturday, 10/16?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And what's that at, 6:30, 6:40?
I scheduled it for 6:30.
6:30,
Mhm.
okay. We'll be here anyway.
All right, power management electric options. So our power management group gave us some numbers that they can get us rates at.
Yeah.
And what are they looking for us to, is there a contract or something they want us
Yeah,
to?
they wanna get us into a new contract, so we have to pick the term that we want. Like variable rates, fixed rates, 12 months, 24 months, 36 months.
What did we have last time with them?
We had a fixed rate, 0.0886.
Yeah, so if you look at the.
Okay, this was what we had.
Yeah.
How long was that term?
From 2018 to 2021.
So 3.
Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah, so we went with the 3-year.
Yep.
0.02 cents difference between what we had before and what they're proposing now for 36 months, so it's kind of a negligible increase.
0.08 to 0.11, is that what?
0.08 to 0.11, they're saying it's 0.0260 is the rate difference versus current.
Yeah.
And that is.
Otherwise, you're paying market rate if you don't
Right.
sign this, which is gonna be wicked.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they aggregate with other municipalities to get a good
Yep.
price.
Yep.
Your thoughts?
The 36-month fixed is the best one on there, so.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree. And
Right.
the way things are going, it's only gonna get worse.
Right.
So if we can
Yeah.
lock
Lock it in.
in.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right. It's 36 months.
All right, I'll have a contract for next meeting. to
Okay.
sign.
And let's see, we got police report for 2021. Want to read that?
Do you want to read the letter first, or do you want to read the report first?
Yeah, read the report and then,
Okay. All right. Chief of Police report for September. On September 3rd, 2021, I received a letter from Sergeant Christopher Donays indicating that he will be retiring from the department on September 4th, 2022. Sergeant Donays has been a member of the North Brookfield Police Department since February of 2006. When Sergeant Donays retires, he will have dedicated almost 36 years of his life to the law enforcement profession. In January of 2020, Chris was promoted to the rank of sergeant. At this time, he also took the responsibility of being the director of North Brookfield's emergency management. Lieutenant Ryan Daly attended his TASER instructor recertification class. He also attended the Dispatch Board of Overseers meeting held at the Massachusetts State Police Dispatch Facility in New Braintree. Lieutenant Daly attended a class on complaint reception and internal affairs compliance under the new police reform law. The purpose of this seminar is to provide police supervisors and leaders from Massachusetts with the knowledge and skills necessary to facilitate their organization's compliance with mandates and requirements required by the police reform law in regard to complaint reception and internal affairs investigations. Proper procedures for receipt, documentation, and reporting for both will be discussed. Standardized policies and training on the policies will be provided. Certificates for completion of course will be provided. This course is specifically designed for Massachusetts law enforcement officers. The following incidents were logged for September 2021. 40 incidents, 7 arrests, summons, custody, 6 civil citations, 1 parking ticket, 6 accidents, and 7 LTC FIDs processed. Respectfully submitted, Mark Smith, Chief of Police.
And I'll entertain a motion to accept the September 2021 report from the chief.
So moved.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
And then there's just attached Sergeant Donay's letter advising us he's retiring. It's required by our bylaw in order to get certain payouts. So we'll just note that it was received, and it's needs to be 1 year. 1 year prior. So we'll just mark that as received. All right, what else we got here? Request.
This was more like informational, like the ARPA fund stuff, and then there was some stuff about the library.
Yeah, all right, so the ARPA funds request from the police department, I think, needs to be discussed with Finance Committee for a recommendation first. So we'll forward that to them
Yeah.
for their next meeting. And then what else is there?
That was
Just
just a letter
letter.
about the library. She was just looking to have some more diverse stuff, but it's nothing that needs to be done today, just informational. She's gonna go over there and work on it herself, so.
Now, did this go to the library? Because they have the
She has gone to
trustees.
the library.
Oh, so she's elevating it
She's waiting
because.
for some action, but
Okay.
she's just preparing you in case there is none.
Oh, so
But
we,
I think it'll all wash out in the end, but just in case.
Okay.
She did her research, she printed out the library bill of rights and all kinds of stuff, and highlighted it for you guys, so
all right,
it's pretty interesting reading.
yeah, but we're in that Mars thing,
Yeah.
CW, whatever it
CW
is.
Mars.
So, the books are available.
Right.
So we're just a small library, so I mean, it's not like we can stack shelves, there's not a lot of money.
Yeah, it's more about what's being displayed when you walk in.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, but she has spoken to her and things seem to be moving in the right direction, so.
Okay. Perfect. Anything else?
So we should read all this stuff?
No, it's,
If you're interested, yeah.
I think it's time for John's Corner and then public comment period.
Yeah. What do you got?
John's Corner. The process of buying Hux is going through, as far as I can understand. I'm letting the insurance people in on Thursday. I'm also talking to some solar people to get solar put on some properties in town, the school, maybe this building here, the police department, and also the new highway area down there, meeting with them on Thursday. Also, just for a proposal, nothing etched in stone, no trees will be cut down, so we don't have to deal with any of that issue. It's all on property that's open space and whatnot. I'd also like to mention, again, the sidewalks in town. If you have bushes encroaching on the sidewalks, we did this last year or the year before. We had highway go by with the cosmetic mowing deck that they have on the side of the tractor. I hate to have to do it again, but people are letting their bushes encroach on the sidewalks. I saw 3 people this week on Grove Street and Central Street, which were the 2 areas last year or the year before that we had to send highway down. We got complaints afterwards, but if you don't trim your bushes and it's unsafe for kids and people to walk on the sidewalk, I feel it's not safe for them to walk in the road.
Yeah, I think
So-
we gave them 2 or 3 notices, giving them 30
Yep.
days each time.
They
and
had
did
ample
nothing
time
about
to do it, and
Yeah.
after highway went by with the brush cutter, we got a few complaints, but I'd rather get the complaints from them than have somebody get hit by a car, because people are walking in the road. It's not hard to trim your bushes. If your bushes are overgrown and you can't maintain them, cut them right down to 2 feet high If they're a hardy bush, they will grow back to a point where you can trim them again and make them aesthetically pleasing to your property. May take 2 years after that, but I do it at my house when we had forsythia bushes and some other kind of green thing that every now and then you gotta cut them down to the bones and just let them come back. I think it's imperative that we keep the sidewalks safe for people to walk on them. Also, downtown, speeding is an issue. I'm gonna talk again with the police department to try to stick a car down there when they can, because people, dump trucks, and car haulers are coming through way too fast. It's 25 miles an hour. We have the electronic signs, which I imagine now are old hat. People don't pay attention to them because they've been there a while. My bucket truck is out of commission, otherwise I would move them. I did it when we set them up, free of charge for the town, because that's something that I didn't mind offering, but the bucket truck is out of commission, so I'll talk with Chief Smith and see if we can get them to monitor the center of town. We wanna have a safe place for people to walk and cross. Also, we need to get the parking area for the truck loading zone marked off, and I'm gonna talk with Highway again about that, because we did put it in. They're still parking across 4 lanes in front of the liquor store, and that needs to stop, because you're taking business away from the other storefronts there. The town park, we got another donation of $100 from Rich Lee to buy the rest of the mums down there. Tina Floria offered to plant them again, so that the town park is looking really good. She cut the grass again down there, so I didn't have to. Between the two of us, we've been maintaining that down there. The new picnic table came in for Amanda Hart. I put that together, and it's down there. I'm gonna get a plaque made for her. It was in memory of her husband, John, that died a couple of years back. So that is in. Other than that, I think the town is, other than needing money and whatever, I think we're pretty good. Hopefully the Hucks thing goes through and we can start getting highway down there. So,
Excellent.
I'm good.
We're good?
John covers everything.
Yeah, he does.
I tried.
Pretty.
you know, I didn't even have a list this time.
All right, public comment. Anybody got anything?
Yeah, I do. As far as the speeding, I get speeding next to my house all the time on Ocam Road, just north of Brook Pond Road.
Yeah.
So if the cops ever wanna hang out on my driveway, then we're all welcome to.
Yep.
All
We
right.
got a roundabout there, so.
That's a good spot too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, right
Oh, yeah.
behind the barn, especially right there.
Mhm.
They could just sit right there, yeah.
Sure.
So,
Yep.
it's like a rainbow in and out, so they could sit on one side anytime they're welcome to, we always talk about
Yep.
it. Because you got right up to the dip, you know, right there up to the North Brook Pond Rail is my property over there. and
Okay.
You get people just speed up, and I'm sometimes out there, whether I'm putting out garbage or doing something else, I'm like getting the mail, you're like, I can hear them coming, I can just see them flying by.
They do that on Maverick too. I want to put speed bumps out there, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's controversial, I grew up in a lot of areas of speed bumps, but I'm all for it if that's what everybody would do.
Well, if people would just obey the law. I mean,
Right,
where are they
right,
going
right.
that they
They
gotta
work.
be
I
doing?
mean, they work, speed bumps do work, you know.
Actually, my wife and I, and I'm not calling them out or anything, but I'll call them out. Well, it needs to be said, and other than going right to them, my wife and I were crossing Elm Street with the dog. We walked up out of the rail trail every day, and when I was coming up towards Elm Street, which is a bad road, it's a bad corner, there were actually 4 vehicles that went by at, I guess, about 50 miles an hour, one right after the other. I'm not saying who, but they'll know if they see this, and that needs to stop. The first vehicle, sure, because it was on its way somewhere, but the other 3 vehicles that were following it didn't have to be going that fast. And 15 minutes later, my wife and I got in the car up at Tassie's, behind Tassie Fuel, and we came down through, and the ambulance was coming back up. Sorry. Blew it. So apparently there was no rush. I'm sure there was to get there, but for the others to do what they did was totally uncalled for in their own personal vehicles. So that needs to be said. And like that, speeding, I try not to do it, Sure, you go over once in a while, you daydream and whatnot, but especially on bad roads that everybody knows that they're bad, knock it off.
Well, I want to say last year, my house was 2 accidents, at least one that lost control during the winter, and
Yeah.
then going fast when we had some bad snow.
Yeah.
Mhm.
People lose control right there, they brake, they realize it's a dip.
Yeah,
Right where the, you know, the kind of underneath path where you have the street pass.
Yeah.
Right there especially.
yeah,
Other than that, also, I know at least once this month, the car passed when the bus is stopping. You know,
Passed the
watch
bus?
Kids, yeah, I caught that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As another.
yeah,
I hate that.
it's not good.
Yeah, most people don't realize this time of year, almost as hazardous as the snow on the road, because the leaves fall and they get wet and
The
they're
leaves,
just
yeah.
as slippery, so
Mhm.
Yeah.
you can
Yeah.
zip yourself right off the road on that.
Let's
too.
hope that the 7 people that watch this on the video spread the word, because, you know,
Is that the average?
pretty much, I think there's between 7 and 15 people that actually watch this on YouTube or whatever it's on. LPAC.
John Tripp's coming for you.
Well, you know, it needs to be done and said, and,
It's a good point about the leaves too, Dale.
So just make it a meme, it'll spread crazy.
oh, I don't know how to
With
do
leaf-
that, so if you
leaf
want,
season
put
coming
it
up.
on there if you know how.
People
Go
can't
ahead.
be blowing their leaves into the road for highway to clean up.
Yeah, that's annoying too. Shoveling snow into the road, that's
Yep.
a
$300 fine.
$300 fine.
Yep.
Yep.
If you cut. yeah.
Leaves,
Onto the road.
Yeah.
blowing leaves into the road and pushing your snow into the road for highway is,
And your shells, remember that's, when we did the bylaw, your shells can't go in the road.
Yeah,
either.
shells, yeah.
I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
shells.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's in the bylaw,
it's in the bylaw,
for whatever reason.
yeah.
Dumping ashes.
Anything, you dump anything in the road, it's a $300 fine.
Yeah,
So,
I don't know.
Down this Elm Street's a big problem, it's 25 miles an hour
Yes,
all the way up to the orchard.
yeah,
And, you know,
both ways.
I go, you know.
You
quite a
see
bit.
it when you-
And, you know, people come up on behind me and it tends to make me just go a little slower.
Yeah, well, I had talked to
Passive
Chief
aggressive.
Smith, and we were gonna put one of the signs up there, but my truck isn't working, so I couldn't do it we were gonna do it in the
Yeah,
spring.
but, I mean, especially, you know,
Yeah.
from the rail trail towards town, it's, you
Yeah.
know, highly congested and there's a lot
Yeah.
of kids and people walking and everything, that's
Yeah.
a very, you know.
Also, people parking on the sidewalks. You can't walk up Bell Street, you can't walk down Elm Street, because the sidewalks are full of cars. You have space at your house, driveways and stuff, park in the driveway. We
Yeah.
need to start policing it a little better, I
That's a good
think.
point, because, I mean, a good friend of my son's moved next to Tina's house, and I've noticed the cars are parking like basically like, you know, not on the sidewalk, but literally on the, I don't know if that's allowed, like literally like on the drive, parked sidewalk, parked like, it's not really like a structured for a parking space, you know, next to the house,
Mhm.
so it's kinda like blocking the park, but, you know, like literally, so that everybody's seeing.
Yeah, we'd have to look at the bylaws to see if there's a enforceable action. It might be one of those loopholes that we need to close.
You're obstructing pedestrian walkway,
Yeah.
something.
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
I know there may be something in chapter 90, but we can refer it out to the police department for a little more aggressive enforcement on stuff.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I'll walk with the police if they want and enforce it if we need to. You can have me on the, I'll do it.
There you go.
Okay.
All right, anything else? Anybody? Yes.
Hi, we are actually on behalf of the North Brookfield Holiday Decorating Committee, formerly NB Helps. We were wondering if we could reach out to the Board of Selectmen, Highway Department, and we're also going to touch base with the Fire Department to see if anybody would be willing to help volunteer with us when we're setting up. Just because of placement and safety, I know we had like some placement issues, I guess, last year or something. So we want to make sure that we get everything set up right. If we have anyone who's willing to-
What are you setting up for?
For the holiday season, like wreaths and flags and.
Oh, to put stuff up?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, have you talked to the chief at all?
Nope, I wanted to, they told me to talk to you guys first and then reach out to the other departments as well.
Yeah, I don't know that we have money in a budget for a detail, but if you're in a bad spot and you just need somebody,
Oh, yeah, no, we
Then
were just looking
whoever's-
to see if anyone had any, you know, there were any specific opinions about like our placement where we can put certain things uptown, just because it's half the committee is new and we only have a few volunteers. So we're just seeing if anyone would want to volunteer to help guide us if, you know.
Well, I know there were issues last year with the soldiers
Yes.
and stuff,
Yeah.
because they just went and screwed to the town hall that was freshly painted. And I spoke with them and said, can you put eye hooks and wires instead of 3-inch screws?
Mhm.
But it was too late, because they were over there doing it. And then, so now if they do it again, there's gonna be more holes, because you can't use the same holes twice in those.
Eye hooks and screws.
Yep, and a piece of, well, eye hooks with a wire, because those soldiers can be wired on, and then the eye hooks can stay in there for next year, so you don't have to take them out, the hole is there.
Mhm.
Also, some of the soldiers and whatnot were just screwed to telephone poles
Yeah.
down on Gilbert Street in South Main. Well, when the snowplow goes by, it takes them right out. So that needs to, they either need to be 3 feet high where the snowplow isn't gonna, and I got a complaint from the guy whose mother started that committee that actually made and painted all those. And he was really disturbed that their hard work was just being taken out by the snowplows. And then there were 4 of them that were left here. I took them down in the spring and put them in they just got forgotten, which I'm sure.
Gotcha.
So I ended up taking them down. I talked to Glenna and told her that I did, and I put them in the town hall. So that stuff needs to be addressed. If you're gonna put them up, take them down, and don't put them up where they're gonna just get smashed by the snowplows. You know, the snowplows throw the snow, they curl the snow up at 2.5, 3 feet, and you couldn't even see the soldiers down on Gilbert Street, because, you know, they go by there at a reasonable rate, and, but other.
Now, we might not even need the volunteer if we got the guidance now.
Well, I mean, it's simple stuff, you know, use your head to do it, and screw into a telephone pole. If you keep them up a little bit, you know, you still see the soldier, and they won't get ruined. So, as far as the flags, I did it last year, Dale and I did, we did the American flags, right? But I think Mindy and I we
Yeah.
took down those and put up the,
Right.
I had my wife up in the
Yeah,
bucket
didn't do
truck
that, yeah.
twice. So, she's a very trusting person. But my truck is out of commission now, so I don't know if you know somebody else with one.
What kind of a truck is it?
A bucket truck. It's a lift truck.
No, other Jim.
Uh,
Oh, okay, gotcha. My brother. So great.
Does he have one?
Jim, yeah, probably.
Jim?
Mandela. Russell.
Oh, if he's willing to, you know, I donated my time, and, you know, if you can get somebody to donate their time and whatnot. Most of the holders are up. You might have to replace a few, because I think when we took them down, there were 3 or 4 missing.
Yeah.
But they're in the town hall.
We actually have a GoFundMe started now because a lot of the polls, because of the New England weather, they just can't.
They can't be left out long like they were last year, so.
Well, we're new, half of us, so we're not need that advice.
Yep,
And we are planning to have a pretty strong winter this year for it, so
cool, a lot of snow.
I'm looking forward to it, actually. I'm a ski bum, so.
Yeah, if you guys need anything else, get a hold of me. You can go through Ashley. I don't do my cell, I don't text or email, so she can get a hold of me and I can call you back or whatever. So,
We're newly appointed, she's Katie Vising, she's our president, and I'm Jen McGraw, I'm the secretary.
yeah,
Go across the street this morning.
yeah, I'll help if I can, you know, and the guys are good with stuff. I had Dale up in the bucket too, a couple times, so they're both pretty trusting.
We're gonna go out there on the 27th of November.
Yeah. Ask Troy Brown, he might lend a hand, I don't know. He's pretty good with the town. He's got a bucket truck too, a lift.
Okay.
So, the more you can get donated, the better it is for us. I know you're doing a GoFundMe, but if you ask, sometimes people will give it to you, so.
Yeah, it was nice, we did, at the Redemption Center in Uptown, we did the donations, and people in town were pretty generous then.
Yep.
so-
Yeah.
Great, thank you.
Good. If you have any more questions, individual questions, you can get us through Ashley or something like that. All right. Anything else?
Don't look at me, I keep going.
All right, so we have an executive session, so I'll entertain a motion to enter executive session under exemption number 2 for contract negotiations, only to re-enter open session to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion made, second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Jason Petrarch, yes?
Dale Kiley, yes?
John Tripp, yes?
Sorry, I dropped the ball that time.
Okay, good evening.